Okay. Luis Garcia, your speech is, what time is it? What time is it? Luis Garcia.
Thank you, Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I want to say first and foremost, I'm very privileged to be here. I'm kind of nervous, but you guys give me this energy. It's going to be very impactful. So I want to start off. How many of you here own watches? Raise your hand. How many of you here have a story behind your watch? I'm going to change that. When I was about 8 years old, 1988, Burger King came out with this amazing club called the Kids Club. It came out with 4 watches, red, blue, green, and yellow. I was fascinated by these watches. I just loved them. I thought they were just the coolest thing. I didn't care about Tonka toys or Transformers, G.I. Joes. I wanted a watch. That's all I wanted. So I told my mom, can we go to Burger King and get a watch? She said, no. You got to get good grades. Every week you bring me a progress report, and if you get good grades, I'll buy you a watch. So I thought to myself, great. I'll just study really hard for 4 weeks, and at the end of the week I'll give her my progress report. So for 4 long and grueling weeks, I studied, and I got satisfactory for 4 straight weeks. By the time my 4 weeks were over, I was walking around my house with 4 watches, just walking around. I thought it was the cat's meow. I thought these 4 watches that cost $5.99 at the time were Rolexes for me. And I loved them. And I noticed I had a passion for them. So as time went on, as I had more disposable income, I thought to myself, wow, I should start a watch collection. I was 15, I'm sorry. I started working at Taco Bell. Most of you know, they don't pay that well. So I worked really hard for 1 month, saving up all my nickels and dimes, didn't waste anything on my girlfriend at the time. I'm so sorry. And I saved up all this money, and I thought to myself, I want to buy a watch. I want to buy a watch that makes a statement. So doing a little research, talking to my friends, we didn't have the internet back then. I went around Dingland Mall, and I found this store called Fossil, which most of you know now. And it was a little tiny store that turned into a big store right now. But back then, Fossil was great. Fossil was the watch to have. So I worked really hard at overtime, folding these burritos, putting chili in these nacho Bel Grandes, giving people Coke. And I saved up everything I could. I achieved my goal, and I saved up enough money to buy my first watch. This watch. My first Fossil. Cost me $189. It's basically a month's paycheck at Taco Bell. And I thought to myself, I did it. I got it. The one thing I achieved for so long, I got it. So as time went on, I was in the mood to buy another watch. I wanted to buy the watch at the time. I was 20 years old, started doing research. I actually, believe it or not in the sake of the story, but I went on a Carnival Cruise Line cruise. And it was on the Liberty. And I thought, I'm going to play enough blackjack to buy myself a watch. So being the young buck I was, not knowing anything about blackjack, I sat next to an older gentleman to teach me blackjack. And he taught me all these rules and all these gimmicks, and don't hit on 17 and double up on 9s, whatever it was at the time. And I found the watch I wanted. And he said, son, if you play enough to win this watch, wear this watch every time. Because that's going to be your lucky watch. The money you won from playing blackjack, that's going to be your luck. And I found this Tissot PR300, which is, if you know anything about watches, it's the oldest brand of watches. It was started in 1953. 1853, I'm so sorry. And I played enough blackjack for 1 week, and I got it. My lucky watch. My Tissot, my PR300. And I always wear this watch when I used to go to interviews, and when I used to play volleyball, used to play basketball. And I'm wearing it today. That's my lucky watch. So as time went on, and I was 25, I wanted a Movado tungsten edition limited glass face. It's a $4,200 watch. And I went really hard to find this watch. Spent 5 years looking for this watch. One day, walking in Dolphin Mall, I found my watch. A Movado tungsten anniversary edition. And I keep it with me in my chest of 18 watches at valued $9,200 in my collection. And I don't care about money. I don't care about boasting rights, about what I own. My watches have an achievement behind them. It's my achievement. So next time anybody asks you, what time is it? I hope you look down on your watch and realize the achievements you've made in your time. Thank you very much.